Deborah Charnes, and I'm here at the Namaste Getaway. This is my little yoga and meditation room, and I'm an hour from San Antonio and I'm an hour from Austin. And I wanted to just give you a little bit of background about how I got to where I am, and I don't mean how I got to the Namaste Getaway, but kind of. I grew up in Chicago, and from a very young age, when I was an adolescent, I had digestive disorders, chronic digestive disorders, and I also had chronic back pain. And the only way that I could resolve both of those issues were through what I consider today as a certified yoga therapist to be different means of yoga therapy. So I did a lot of strength building in my core to help my back, and I also did a lot of postural work to help straighten out my back to prevent the aches and pains. And from a digestive disorder standpoint, wow, that's a tough one because my digestive disorders are stress related. So while I am a firm believer in finding out the kinds of diet that is going to be least aggravating to you, and I do a lot of therapeutic workshops that have to do with diet because I believe that most people are eating things which are not good for them. And I don't mean not good for them like it's going to give you a heart attack. I mean a lot of the foods that we eat, our systems are not made to digest. They're not natural foods. So anyway, for me, I am very careful about what I ingest from a food and beverage standpoint. But to me, the most important thing for my digestive disorders was managing stress. And what better way to manage stress than through breath work, meditation, and the physical component of yoga, the hatha or the asanas, whatever that may be. So I was on that journey very young in life. And I remember when I was living in Mexico when I was maybe 20 years old, I had a lot of stress for reasons which I won't go into, but I had very severe flare-ups, and so I remember the only way that I could manage those flare-ups was I would sit and I would drink manzanilla tea, which is chamomile, and I would just do breath work and meditation, and that was what always got me through it. So I've been involved in natural types of healing and alternative health all my life, and I have been practicing meditation, pranayama, which is breath work, and physical asana yoga for 40 years. And then I began other forms of yoga, such as karma yoga and bhakti yoga, which you can check out some of my other videos to hear about what those are. So I began those a little bit later in life. And then once I hit 50, I realized, I need to do more for myself. And as we all get older, I didn't want my bones to crumble away, and I didn't want, all my health to kind of disappear. So that was when I started dedicating a lot more time and energy in holistic health in terms of educating myself. That's when I got my certified yoga. I became a certified yoga teacher at the 200-hour level, and then I did more work and was at the 500-hour level, and then I spent several years to become a yoga therapist, so I'm a certified yoga therapist. And so because of my personal life, I try to incorporate a lot of what I've gone through with others. At the same time, I have dealt with so many different types of people that hopefully I am able to understand everyone and their conditions, because we are all different. And that is the crux of yoga therapy, that we are all different. You can't treat the same person the same way. So just as for some people I may tell them avoid dairy, for other people I may say avoid gluten. For other people, I may say, well, for most people, I would say avoid alcohol. Pretty much for everyone, I would say avoid alcohol. But anyway, everybody is different and everybody has different needs. And that is the way any certified yoga therapist should work in terms of determining what is best for you. So I'm also right now in the process of writing a book, and my book kind of it discloses a lot of the secrets that I learned later in life, past the age of 50. But they're simple secrets that you can take with you and practice in as little as 10 minutes a day. And they're not necessarily yoga, they are just more common sense kinds of things that are really simple, but I learned them through what I'm calling my 12 or my dozen gurus around the world. And I've been really fortunate that I have traveled around the world. I say I'm fortunate, but at the same time, that's always been what my priorities were. So from the time I was 16, I traveled by myself to Mexico. And then I pretty much traveled every year by myself to Mexico. And then I finished up my college in Mexico. And I also went to school in Ecuador. And I also did coursework in Trinidad and Tobago. And to me, that's the most important thing. And I don't need anything fancy. I didn't need a car when I don't think I had a car until I was close to 30 years old. But to me, the most important thing in my life has been to be able to travel the world and to learn. And so that's what I try to share with my clients as a yoga therapist and also in my book. So please check out my websites, the Namaste Council, the Right Council, and the Namaste Getaway. And my Facebook pages are the same. And check me out on Instagram under my name, the same as YouTube, Deborah Charnes. Thank you very much for joining me, and check out and subscribe my other videos. Y también se les ofrezco los videos en español también. Si desean saber cualquier cosa, me envíen un mensaje o un comentario y hago otro video en español. Thank you very much. From my heart to yours. Namaste.